Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well. And peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking his word in sincerity, also in truth. In this thing of ours, it's very important to be impartial when dealing with the Akim. We're dealing with truth, period. In your everyday life, you want to be as objective as possible. And that's what something that I've been trying to work on is just being objective, just dealing with facts versus your emotions and what you think that you perceived according to your opinion, your vain opinion. A lot of times, that we could be impartial with Akim, whether it's a higher up brother or a brother that's just coming into this thing. When you, brother that just can't come into this thing, it's very important, that you're humbling yourself and you're listening to, brothers that are above you and not being impartial or, having respect to persons to, particular, elders or deacons, but you're listening to people, overall that are above you, you see. And also as a brother that's been in this thing for, X amount of years, you definitely don't want to look down on a younger brother, because that younger brother could, be, in the spirit, man. You see, this thing of ours isn't about lording over anybody, or belittling anybody, but rank is made, to better that person that's below you and the person that's above you. And with a huge aspect of us being able to do that is, being impartial. So this is Romans 2:11. For there is no respect of persons with the Most High. That's right. The Most High isn't about respect of persons. If you're going to do what he does, what he says to do, right, or not, and be destroyed. You see, and that's, that, hot and cold or do or don't mentality we have to have in his truth. Case in point, you might have a brother that's kind of lacking, or brothers that are lacking. Well, you can't just get on one brother that's lacking because, you had a fallout with him, or, you don't have a personal relationship with him, but the other brother you kind of let slide because you like his personality. He has very cool attributes, if you will. No, you can't do that in this truth. You have to issue a judgment, without favoritism. You see? And that will help the body. But it's all about being on point. It's all about doing, exemplifying what the Lord says versus what you deem is right. Proverbs 24 and 23. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect to persons in judgment. So as we're judging, as deacons or as elders, you don't want to have, respect to persons. And also, if you're a younger brother, you don't want to have respect to persons. There's certain people that's seen this truth that been here for, a long time, and they might not necessarily have the title of a deacon or a elder per se, but that person might be somebody that you need to listen to. Why? Because he has experience in his truth. A coach told me this years ago. I mentioned, I was like, I'm not trying to look like a bum in the ring. He's like, well, let me tell you something, man. There's no such thing as a bum, because you got people out there that's putting their life on the lines when they enter into that ring. So you can leave that out of here. Don't use that term. That's the same mindset that we have to have in this truth. There's no such thing as, oh, he's just a guy that believes, the spirit kind of dwelling with him, or, he just here. No, no, no. The Most High God has every person here for a reason. And you don't want to belittle a brother that's been in this thing for, years by showing your lack of respect. You see, and a huge way that you show your respect is what? By, monitoring, what you say and speaking. You see, especially if you are a younger brother, it's very important that you are paying attention to what you're saying and who you're saying it to. You see, because you might be dealing with a man of the Lord, man. Which is saying a lot. If you believe a person is a man of the Lord, then you believe that the Most High basically, chose his spirit from the foundation of the world. That's saying a lot. And you want to respect that person. You want to respect that spirit. You see? And again, a huge way that you do that is by controlling what you say, man. Everything that you think of, you don't have to spew out your mouth as a younger brother. Also, there's a certain way, manner of respect in which you're supposed to, how you're supposed to deal with an older brother. Now we're all brothers here, and it's all, sometimes it's fun and games, but don't allow yourself to get too familiar with an older brother to the point to where you're being disrespectful. You see? Sirach 21:15. If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it. But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back. That's right. So, you got a lot of young brothers, the mindset is strictly on the word, which is a beautiful thing, and so an older brother, this is just an example, might try to, hip them to, different type of, platforms of knowledge, like the inspirational videos and things of that nature. You might have a younger brother, and I'm not accusing anybody of this. You might have a younger brother that's like in the mindset of, man, I ain't trying to hear this, man. This ain't the word. You see, you're already throwing it behind your back, not knowing that you can utilize these tools that, the elders is bringing out, for your benefit and the truth, you see. But again, that takes understanding and secondly, humility, you see. A lot of times people, brothers are presented certain knowledge and understanding, they're casted away, you see, because of the person or because of the type of knowledge that is being given to them. They're deeming it as useless. Well, that's just showing that that you're being impartial. That you're being partial. Excuse me. You see, and really, you could, in a lot of ways, you could be stopping yourself from getting understanding that could help you in this walk. You see, by not being what? Objective. You see? Sirach 32, and I start at verse 7. Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. You see that? Let's read that again. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. That's right. So when you're amongst great men, you see, brothers that have been touring in this thing for years, you don't want to just make yourself equal unto them. You see what I'm saying? especially in your speech. It's all about having balance. It's all about knowing when to speak and knowing not to. And if you're an older brother, you see, it's very important to have that moderation too. You see, not just speaking because you're an older brother and you can. Let's start at verse 3. Sirach 32:3. Speak thou that art the elder, for it becometh thee, but with sound judgment. And hear not music. So, Jake chilling, you amongst younger brothers, you don't have to stop the music just for brothers to hear you speak. So you could sound like and be that man. No, it's not about that. Again, what is rank for? Rank is to help those people above you better and those people below you better. We are to be a well-oiled machine, all working in unity, man. There should be no hidden agendas. You see, nobody should be here for their ego, for stability, for financial stability or anything, man. Because you have families members in this thing. All that goes back to you being a person being partial. This thing of ours is about pushing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And most are willing, this video was edifying. And I want to give all praise to the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And double honors to my apostles and also my elders that kicking his word for quite a while now. So, and shalom to my fellow peers and also to the younger brothers below me.